What's good? What's going on, y'all? Y'all tuning in with Prime Point Media, where people recognize one-man entertainment. And today we got artists traveling from a pretty distance. He got a pretty distance to come down here. We got Prince Yasin in the building. How you doing, King?
Blessed. How you doing, Alex? How you doing, broski?
Not too shabby. For the people that will be staying in the whole time, tell them where they can find you right now. All that.
My name is Prince Yasin. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on Instagram, Facebook at Prince Yasin, PRINCEYASIN 215. You know.
Now, there's no reason why you can't get that. Let's get this man to 1,500 because you almost have 1,500 followers,
like
right?
14 right now.
Something like. He's got performance coming up today. Dedication coming through, doing a studio session before performance. My guy, appreciate that. How do you feel about going to performance tonight after the show?
Man, I feel good. I messed up my voice a little bit. I don't know what's going on. The allergies piling. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's allergy season.
I got a hole in my mouth right now. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, tame my voice just a little bit.
It's small battles you gotta go through. Small battles. When you perform, do you have like like a practice you do before you perform?
No, not no more. When my first performance, actually my first performance was a couple months ago, probably November. I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, I was in a room, you know, practicing with a brush in my head, stuff like that. But that was my first time. I just didn't want to look stiff. You know what I'm saying? But now, no, I just, what I do is I just run through all my songs together, how they gonna sound together, how do they mesh together and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really practice like that.
Really?
Maybe I should.
Why do you say maybe?
It's always room for improvement.
Oh, wow.
Always. Because I saw me perform, right?
Huh?
You saw me perform,
yeah,
right?
Philly.
Yeah.
In the theater.
Yeah.
That was your first performance?
That was my second.
That was the second one. Okay. Yeah. Props to you, bro. Keep it moving. How do you lock in these performances? Do you manage yourself, or do you have someone, or you someone like that manages you?
Man, locking in these performances, I do it myself. Put up the money. You know what I'm saying? I figured, you know, a lot of people, I don't know if they're afraid to reach out or they just don't want to lock in with you. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I put up my own money, got a venue, DJ, and paid for artists, paid for myself. You know what I'm saying? Pay for bottles. You know what I'm saying? Just to put myself on my own platform, created my own platform to, you know, grow and spread the word, spread the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah.
You did that on your own?
My own.
And how did you know you should do that on your own?
I always had that boss mentality though. I just didn't know how to apply it to my life. Like actually apply it to me trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? I always had that mentality. I just didn't know I had to do it, like, let me just dig in my pockets and just go. Once I did it 4 or 5 times already in the last 4 or 5 months.
So let's backtrack so we can come full circle. You're how old now?
24.
You're 24. When did you establish you wanted to do music?
I probably was 17.
You were 17?
Yeah.
So when you established, was there like a plan B? Was there not like music's gonna be my all in?
No.
Or like what was your mindset there at 17 getting into music?
No, what it really was is I was just having fun with my friends at first. You know what I'm saying? We just be outside rapping and stuff like that. And then I ended up buying like a little $50 mic and connecting it to my computer. Me and my friends recording on that. And that was when I was like 16. And then 17 is when we put our first song out. You know, SoundCloud was popping back then. This was 2015, 2014 or something like that. So SoundCloud was popping crazy. And ended up getting a lot of likes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was liking it. My lady, one of them, her friends, my friends, and then of course, you know, the hate come with it. We were just in high school. And when I say hate, I'm talking about other guys. A lot of the guys, you know what I'm saying? We already had problems with guys. Ended up going through a rap beef that actually was some actual real stuff before. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so 17 is when I started.
So 17 is when you started, because most people are like, I started around 10 or whatever. So you started, I wouldn't even say you started late. At the most point, because in high school, everyone's telling you what you should do, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking for college?
Yeah.
You get a job? And you're like, yo, now I want to do music.
Yeah.
How did people, and you said that some people were giving you beef, like how did like family, close friends, like how did people start perceiving you? Did you see people switch up on you or start treating you different?
Most definitely. It was either you love me or you hate me, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a lot of people that really was like, I don't know if they actually love me for real. I think they feared me because I was such a, you you know what I'm saying, a crazy kid, you know what I'm saying? I was always punching on people, always doing this. So, you know what I'm saying? I was, if I ain't like you, I ain't like you, period. Right. And then I had a lot of people that that actually loved me, like that did love me. So it was actually three things. Either they loved me, they hated me, or they feared me. You know what I'm saying? And I love all of them, right, to be honest. But my problem when I was at that age is I didn't embrace the love as much as I should have. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people did switch up in a positive and negative way, but I used it. A lot of that stuff I embrace more than negative, which I shouldn't.
Do you regret not embracing that love more?
Most definitely, because I feel like that's what, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna say I think it hindered me for a long time, you know what I'm saying, just embracing it and wanting that hate, because I don't even know why I wanted that hate. I don't know why. It just felt good. It was just the attention, attention seeking, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, I just grew up out of that.
So with growing up out of that, is that when that mentality start to click? Oh, let me start paying for this, becoming like that boss mentality? Like, when did that mindset transition start entering you?
Oh man. So like I told you, 17 is when I started, you know what I'm saying, rapping. 18 is when I put out my first music video. That's 2016, right? I think. And then, you know what I'm saying, I ain't put out another music video for another year or two, but I was still working. I moved to Florida. I went to college for a little bit, trying to figure myself out when I was on 18, 19. And that's when I was trying to figure myself out. But in the midst of me figuring myself out, I found my sound. I found out how I was supposed to sound, how I wanted to sound, you know what I'm saying? Through the early years, I liked music, but I wasn't as good. You know what I'm saying? But I just had the passion until I didn't know I was working to perfect my sound. I just was doing it because I just loved it at the time, you know what I'm saying? So around 20, I was like 21 is when I put out my first music video. No, I was probably 20 when I put out my first music video, put up the money, and I did pretty good to like 10,000 views on YouTube or something like that. The song was called My Ratchet Baby, and I still perform that song to this day. This was like 2018, I think I was 19 or 20, and it did well. Like, people still love that song to this day. And then I took a break off of the music because, like I said, you know, people just go through things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I took like a year or two off, but I still was recording. This is not putting nothing out, no music, no videos, no nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I started kicking up probably a year or two ago. More music videos, more songs. And then last year, that's when I hit them, bang, shows, artists. I got my own shows, my own artists, my own promotion company. I'm trying to get some DJs and stuff like that now, but yeah, like last year, maybe 2 years ago is when I knew I gotta kick it up.
Word. So you self-taught.
For sure.
How to network, how to talk, how to move, how to conduct, I wouldn't say control the conversation, but hey, you put yourself in the room with artists or people and you give them a reason to want to be with you, essentially.
Yeah. How did that come about? I mean, I'm from North Philly. You know what I'm saying? So that's natural. That thing right there, like I grew up on a block where, you know what I'm saying, you control the conversation and the conversation you got. The conversation is, what was you just talking about? Like controlling the conversation?
Controlling the conversation. Like you put yourself in the room with a bunch of artists, right?
Yeah.
And you give them a reason to want to work with you, do shows with you.
Right. This is it right here. A lot of times where I'm from in the hood, the conversation is not about what you're actually saying. It's about the body language. Mm-hmm. And it's about what you're saying, but in a different way. You're not really saying what you truly mean. It's about what's behind what you say. And I didn't know this, but I'm a guy that I guess my actions speak louder than words. I'm the person that's gonna put the money in front of you before I even tell you what I want to do. So I want to prove to you what I'm gonna do before I even say it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Actions speak louder than words. Money speak louder than both.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
That's huge because people are fast to chase certain things like that, but it seems like you learned already how to be about business first,
For sure.
content later, and stuff like that, and lock that shit down. As you're going on, right? You feel like I'm gonna go speak for you, but I feel like people try to leech on and stuff like that. Oh no, this is how it was before. This is how people treat me before.
Mm-hmm.
People start treating me different now. You have one song we're gonna get into in a little bit. I believe it's your newer song. We're gonna get to that soon. But how do you dictate who you want to work with and stuff like that? Now that you start doing the shows, you're starting to do these things. You have your own company.
Yeah.
Like, how do you dictate? All right, I want to work with you and stuff like that. Because I'm pretty sure at this point now you get people wanting to work with you.
Right. How do I dictate that? Truthfully, it's a case by case, but I really work with people that I truly like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many followers you got, because it's mind you, only got 1,500 followers, but like I was telling you, those followers, they feel like a 15,000 or 20,000 follower fan base. That's what it feel like. It feel like there's way more people than it actually is. So a person that got 100, 200, 500, even 1,000 followers, I still, if they hit me up, yo, can I perform, or yo, can we work? I still go on their page and look for their content, look for their songs, and click the link and see, do I like this? Because it's people that I work with now that don't really have many followers, but they super talented.
Right.
And I know that they're a star.
And that's one thing too, I like you to look at, because it's easy to fake that.
Mm-hmm.
Buy likes, buy followers.
Yeah.
Yours is organically built.
100%.
And the fact that you said your 1,400 feels like 15, 20,000, that means your people really rock with you.
Yeah.
That means you don't really support a group, and not a lot of people have that.
Yeah.
What is it, when you say, how does that make you feel? That damn, like this is where you at right now, but this 1,400 feels like 15,000.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I think I just realized that because I always was studying numbers. I always was studying how things should look. You know what I'm saying? And the fact is, a lot of these people, even with the 10 and 15, 20,000 followers, I don't either those people don't care about what this person is posting, or these people followers are actually fake. Because I see people with 10,000 followers that get 20 and 30 comments. I mean, I'm getting 20, 30 comments on a regular post.
1,400.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's regular to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we gotta look over those numbers.
Yeah.
Off the gate, we can't look at those numbers.
That's my problem.
I feel like they all fake until proven innocent.
Exactly, because that was my problem. I would look at numbers, and that's like I guess you could say content creators like biggest like that's where you shoot yourself in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
You become your greatest critic based off your numbers. Damn, I thought this was good, but I saw this much. I saw this many streams. I saw this many likes. This at the third. Look at this guy over here. He's not. Do you ever feel that way sometimes?
Yeah, I mean,
like, how does it feel like when you feel like something you put out that you think is genuine, raw, authentic, but it doesn't get the love you might have expected?
That's always happening. But at the end of the day, I believe in myself. You know what I'm saying? I believe in my taste. I believe that if my music was ass and it was terrible, that I wouldn't like it. Because when I was a kid, I didn't really like my music, but I knew I had some potential to go to where I needed to go. You know what I'm saying? So if I put out something now, I 100% believe in it. And I got people around me that's my lady, she gonna tell me if she ain't rocking with something. There's not too many things that she don't rock with, but she gonna tell me like, no, I ain't really fucking with this one. This ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's all about being honest with yourself. I'm one of those guys that can critique myself. So like, no, this ain't that.
Right.
This ain't that.
Do you have other people that you go to behind closed doors, or are you kind of like the one man show that's like you bow these things in your head, like, all right, this is good, but you know what I'm saying? You weasel through your demons yourself.
I'm gonna be honest. It's mostly me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like a song is good enough to show to somebody, that means it's probably good enough to put out. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if I'm questioning it, that means it's probably not, or I'm gonna just show it to somebody and I'm like, what you think? Because I don't really like this part. You know what I'm saying? Or it's mostly me. Long story short, it's mostly just me. But at the same time, I'm definitely taking opinions.
When you take opinions, everyone does. See, my thing is, I feel like, backtrack to the beginning of the show. You already talked about that you do a lot. You decide how to boss up, right? Make the moves, put your money out. You have your own company. This at the third.
Right.
You're the sole man. I feel like people don't understand the pressure that comes with that. Do you feel pressure that like you have to make it at a certain time or like get certain things done? Like, do you feel any pressure? Like, what's the pressure you feel like comes with it from your end?
No pressure, man. My life has been too crazy for that. This is fun to me. This business is fun to me. You know what I'm saying? It's all about that risk. And the things that I was doing before I was doing music was way bigger risk. You know what I'm saying? This shit is easy. This shit is light. I was just telling my lady and her mom a couple years ago, this shit is easy. This is nothing. No pressure at all, man.
Really?
No pressure. No. But
that's how you know you enjoy it.
No, this is fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I put up 4,000 for a show, and I'm like, is the people gonna come out? They made me, but it's fun. It's exciting. It's like a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like. I'd rather spend 10,000 on a show and lose 5,000 rather than go on a roller coaster.
Do you, if 5 years from now, you didn't hit a certain point you would have hoped you hit, would you still be doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, because 5 years ago I was saying the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Like if I'm at this age and I don't got this amount of followers, or if I can't bring this many people out to a show, I'm done. But then when I finally hit the point to where I was like, 5 years ago I wasn't ready. 5 years from now, I might, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I think I'm ready. So 5 years from now, I might think to myself, no, I ain't ready. Mm-hmm. But right now, I think I'm ready. I feel it.
Change it. You know you're ready.
I know I'm ready for sure.
You're doing.
For sure.
I was a little nervous when there was hesitation because I wanted to see, because with this path, there's no timeline on when you're going to blow up.
Exactly.
Your next song you can drop right now can blow out of nowhere. We seen you out in Cali doing interviews with Sway and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it can go one way or it can take a little bit of time. But I feel like I want entrepreneurs, young kings like yourself, to like open up about that, like what you're experiencing behind closed doors and stuff. Because it's like not a lot of people get to see that battle from you. Yeah. They see the content you put out, and then the time you went not MIA, but like your recording content wasn't putting on out. Mm. I feel like your haters low key wait for moments like that. They think you fall off and stuff like that. Do you feel like you have that? You have people waiting for you to like fail?
No, for sure. Like I told you, I got people that's that wasn't fucking with me from the gate, from me and my friends from the gate. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't fucking with me, and they still waiting to see me a bum ass nigga. They still waiting to see me. You know what I'm saying? Drugged out, or you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At the bus stop, fucking homeless. That's what they waiting for. But at the end of the day, that'll never be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grinder.
Right.
So I ain't really worried about that.
Nah, as you should, bro. That's props to you.
You know.
That's props to you, King.
Yeah.
So when you come with your music and stuff, the type of sound, you said you found your sound, right? After finding a sound, what's the type of message that you decide you want to portray out to your people that are listening, your listeners? Like, what do you want people to hear from Prince while they listen to your tracks?
Yeah. I want you to hear a boss. I want you to know what you're looking at. I want you to know that you're in the presence of a boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really trying to convey this deep ass message right now. You know what I'm saying? Maybe in a couple of years, that's where I go. But right now, I just want you to feel what it is to be, you know what I'm saying, be around me. I feel like I'm a special person. I know I'm a special person. So I want you to feel it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really no message right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just I go off of how I was feeling that day or maybe that week. You know what I'm saying? So
your music comes to you sporadically?
For sure.
Like inspiration comes sporadically?
For sure.
For you, right? For sure. So you, like your newest song, I Lost My Best Friend, right?
Yeah.
What was your inspiration behind that? So I want to ask you before I try to assume and I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I recorded that song probably 3 years ago. Yeah, probably 2019 I recorded that song, crazy enough. And I don't even know what I was thinking about at that time. Like, I lost my best friend. I was really talking about my mom and my best friend, which is a girl I lost when I was 16. You know what I'm saying? She killed herself.
Really?
Through suicide. Yeah, that's and that was super traumatic for me, man. I had people get killed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a drug overdose. She got stabbed. He got shot. Cancer, all of that stuff, but I never had a person or a friend or a family member that killed themselves.
Really? Yeah.
And one of my best friends, her name was Malia, rest in peace. She killed herself when we were 16. You know what I'm saying? And my mom, she passed away a year before I made that song in 2018. You know what I'm saying? I lost my best friend, I lost my mom, I'm talking about both of them. And I really don't know what I be thinking when I record. Like I just go off of that emotion at that time.
Does that pain ever like come out in more of your songs?
For sure.
Like, but on a hidden message type of thing? Like, for example, I'm trying to portray this question the right way. Let's say you feel something, but you don't want to address that situation that you're feeling about, so you write it in a third-party sense.
Yeah.
For example, I'll paint a better picture. Jordan Lucas, when he wrote the song "I'm Sorry," he said when he wrote the song, he wasn't depressed, but his best friend at the time was, so he wrote the song through his eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you ever do that through your emotions?
I actually got a song called "You Too Bad" with a video. I'm out of space and shit, right? And the way I came up with this song was I went out of town with one of my friends for a weekend, and I ain't seen him in like a year or whatever, but he was excuse me, I'm a little congested.
You're good. I'm good.
He was like he was around his girl, and the song go "You Too Bad" and I like that, "You Put the Battery in" like that, and he feel like his girl is so bad and so beautiful that he turns into a whole different person. Like, I don't fuck with that. Like, and I turned it into a positive in the song, like, "You Too Bad" and I like that. But she put the battery in his back in a negative way to where he started acting different. He started to show out. I don't know if you ever met a person, there's some girls that come around and he started pulling out his money. He started pulling out. Y'all think I got too much money? Y'all remember I killed that nigga a couple days ago? I'm a psycho, right? You know, trying to flex with a girl for some reason. And that's the type of nigga he was being at that moment. He not like that, but I guess his girl put a certain type of battery in his back. Right. I don't really fuck with.
No, that's how you know to ice people out.
Yeah,
and then keep your circle smaller, because that's the strongest thing. That you need to keep your circle small. And like in this day and age, and I was like, I'm listening to some of your stuff, and I was like, I want to know like what your inspiration is behind your music, because like a lot of times, like for example, I'm glad I didn't like try and guess what your inspiration would be on this song, because like I don't know your situation, right? But you always want to know. All right, the artist might went through this at one time, but then he'll write about it later on, and like in his stuff. For example, Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith.
Yeah.
It's going to be in his comic sketches next year from now, or something, or like the rest of his tour. You know what I'm saying? Like you just use it down the line. Like, how do you handle that as an artist mentally, trying to write about a situation that already happened, but trying to bring that emotion that you once felt back, but put it in a song?
Yeah, what I just learned how to do is with that "You Too Bad" song, because I was thinking about that the whole weekend. And then probably on Wednesday, I finally, recorded about it. But I didn't actually, write it down. I was just thinking about it. I was just going throughout my day thinking about it. Like, damn, I really don't fuck with this nigga because he being weird, He doing some weirdo shit. But I lost my best friend. I lost my best friend's song. That was a whole different thing. I think I probably was in the crib just a little down. I ain't gonna say depressed, just a little down thinking. Probably in the dark. I just remember for some reason it was dark, probably in a room or whatever, and I just came up with it right there. I really don't even know. Really? I really don't even know. It's just it's really just right at that moment.
You know what that says about you, right?
What's that?
The talent that you have. That's like a no, I wouldn't say a rare talent, but it's like an abnormal talent that you don't need. You don't need a specific thing, like it could just hit you on the site. Yeah. So when that does happen, do you make a run to your studio right away, or do you have like a studio you have like in your house? Like what's your recording process like? Take everyone through that.
Man, it's I mean for the last couple months I ain't been recording my own shit, but most of the time like I lost my best friend, I was in the crib, I recorded it myself. But you know what I'm saying, a YouTube Bad, Sosa Voice, My Ratchet Baby. All of those songs, I just, I try not to listen to the beats that I'm going, I'm going to do until I get in the studio, you know what I'm saying? So the process is I go in the studio, I got 10 beats that somebody sent me, or I just found these or my friend sent me these or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I got 10 beats, I'm going to go through them. If I feel the first beat, I'm not going to listen to all the rest of them. If I feel the first beat, I get a little flow, or maybe I get a melody. Go straight to record it. And then I'm punching. I don't write it up. So I'm punching in every bar, every 2 bars, every 3, every 4. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's more efficient for me.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how your process works.
For sure.
How do you see yourself? What do you see yourself wanting to do in this industry down the line? Like, what's like the end goal for Prince Yasin?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to be a top 10 like Billboard artist and shit like that. For real. I want to be one of them guys like on Nickelodeon that's like a voiceover, like a SpongeBob voiceover.
Really?
I swear, that's what I really want to do.
Like voice acting and stuff?
Yeah, voice acting, whatever you want to call it. That's definitely what I want to do in the end.
Damn, that's dope.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that answer.
Right. For sure. That's honest too.
No, I like that. I like that. Maybe your tracks can be on the same show that you doing.
Something different, right?
So you into film and stuff like that? Like,
no, not really. I'm just in the audio space. You know what I'm saying? I just know how to work with audio. That's it.
Walked in the room. Your soundboard got EQ and compressor. Got who? What?
Yeah. That's what he got.
It's so in my own studio.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's tough. Good for you. That's props. Want to be a voice actor?
Yeah, for
it's,
sure.
Voiceovers, or not radio, but like cartoon characters, cartoon animation.
Yeah.
So you watch anime?
No, yo, you know what I really fucking love right now though? Futurama. You know what that is? Futurama?
Oh, that old cartoon, right?
Yeah,
it's like the old
bro, that shit is
with
hilarious.
Cyclops, dude.
Yeah. That's my shit right now, man.
Really?
Yeah. I used to watch Bleach too in college, but that shit got ass a little bit. It was ass, just a little bit.
I mean, you said Futurama. I was thinking to myself, I try to catch up. I haven't seen that show in so long.
Yeah, I just started watching it. That's my shit right now.
Damn, are they making new episodes?
I don't know.
They're about to.
For real?
Yeah.
Whole new season about to come out.
They're about to do a reboot.
I
Yeah.
hope
Oh,
so.
send them applications. For the camera,
right.
Send the
100%.
application
You're right,
right now.
100%.
Send the application right
Yeah.
now. Tell them this is what I do, and boom, send
Yeah.
it. Speaking of what you do, what are you going to be doing next that people can be watching out for?
Man, right now I got an album. I got a tape that's ready, but I've had it ready since November. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just really taking my time. I'm waiting for the right timing. Right now, I just want to shoot more videos. I don't want to put no tapes out right now. I don't want to put no albums out. I just want to give them videos because I feel like that's what they like seeing more. That's what I see the most traction in.
Mm-hmm. So,
you know what I'm saying?
What about performances? Summer 2022, right around the corner. What look are we going to get from Prince Yasin?
Performances, I'm actually talking to somebody right now about not a performance, but a whole showcase that's that we're thinking about in May. I think May 15th. That's what we're thinking about. But right now, I don't know if I really want to put it up right now. I don't know if I want to put that in the forefront or actually invest in that right now. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I need a couple of years, another week to think about.
Yeah, take your time and stuff like
smart thing to do.
As you should. Yeah. That's actually a good answer. A lot of people know. A lot of people say something they're gonna do, but you're trying to take the time to think about it to make sure if it's solidified or not. Because I can tell right now you don't like that. Put something out there and then not be about the word if it doesn't happen or if it falls through and stuff like that.
Exactly.
I like that. I respect that.
Thank you.
That's how you ain't gonna make it far. It's the small details like that, and especially more props to you. No one taught you how to do this.
Yeah, not at all.
Like you just doing it. You going through trial and error.
Yeah.
So I assume you've been burnt a few times then.
Let me see. I ain't really get burnt because ain't nobody died yet. So no.
Well, I mean burnt as in like screwed over, like someone a bad deal. Don't really? No, I see you, bro.
No.
Damn.
No.
So how'd you teach me? Shit.
No.
I could use that like 2 years ago.
Not yet. We could talk though, for real. We could definitely talk afterwards, and I'll let you know. I mean, it's how have you been burnt? Let me interview you real quick.
Oh, it's just
how did you get burnt 2 years ago?
Shoot, I had a thing where I was supposed to have Dave East on the thing.
Yeah.
I was talking to like his manager or whatever, and it
first. You sure this was his manager?
Yeah, all right, I can't prove it was his man.
Yeah.
But I was talking to someone on Dave East's Instagram account.
Yeah. Oh.
And then he gave me a phone call. And then I was like talking to him and I turned to a FaceTime because I was like a little sketchy. I'm 18 at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't know, but I was like, all right, I'm biting on the first thing.
Yeah.
That was my problem. And he was like, yo, man. He's like, yeah, he was in some studio. And I was thinking, oh, shit, all right, you in Dave East studio, valid. Probably not. I don't know. But long story short, I wound up putting out $2,000 of my money to try and acquire this interview.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. You never pay for an interview. I learned the hard way. Not that you gotta get like contracts, NDAs, shit like that involved. If money like that's involved. That was before like I applied for my LLC, my trademark, all that stuff. But this was baby steps here. I was just starting, but
truthfully trial and
error. And I wound up getting burned. That's how I got in contact originally with Gilly the King. Well, Gilly the Kid now, right? It's Gilly the Kid now.
It's the King. It used to be the Kid.
See, flipped it. My fault. Anyway, he put me on FaceTime with Gilly.
Yeah.
Fast forward, everything comes full circle. I was covering a celebrity boxing press conference at AC. I ran into Gilly and Wallow at the press conference.
Yeah.
So you probably don't remember this happened, but you know who this guy is? He's like, yeah, I know Trill. Fuck, I didn't even say his name. I was like, you know what? He's like, yeah, I know who he is. And he started laughing about it. I said, either way, I talked to you through him. This is my show. This is what I do now. More solidified.
And this was recently.
This was back in March.
Yeah.
2 years later. So like, now I learned trial and error, and I try to take certain things. That's why I ask you. I want to see what your mindset's like when you do things yourself. Because for example, when I applied for like my LLC and stuff, the accountant I was talking, or I have an accountant that I just met like through my boss. He's telling me you should be doing this, you should be doing this now, so we can show this. I'm like, okay, like I don't know tax, legal stuff. I don't know none of that.
Yeah.
My aunt's a lawyer. She helped me out trying to get the process done. And I just take certain things in. I listen to certain people, but now I know to listen. Take what I want from that, throw the rest away.
Absolutely.
And what I'm going to use, I'll just listen to everybody because everyone has your best interest.
Right.
Even though they might have these titles. That's why I'll sit there. And then, almost like you're your own person. Like you handle your shit mentally. I sit there in my room, I figure out what's best. If I don't feel right about a situation, I'll address it. Or if I feel like I did something wrong, I'll try and correct it. I'm like, I didn't feel this way about something. But as of now, just keep making moves, put yourself in the room, give people reason to listen to you.
Right.
It's my aspect.
You know, in that situation that you had when you got burned for the $2,000 or whatever, what I would say is, this is the only thing. This might sound, a little ass backwards.
Hit it.
This is what I would say. The reason I haven't gotten burnt yet, God forbid it actually happened, I work with people I can put my hands on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a violent way. I mean, I can actually physically see and touch.
Right.
If I know somebody that you know. You know what I'm saying? Do I know you? Do I know you personally, or do I know somebody that know you? You know what I'm saying? In that situation, like, for instance, if I want to book Maddox, you know Maddox, he's like this young kid, he's like 17, 18. And he actually went viral a couple years ago for fidget spinner.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a little kid at the time. Excuse me. And if I wanted to book him, say it's $1,500 for a show, if I wanted to get him, I would go through a channel. I would go through his engineer, who I actually personally know, or I would go through one of my business partners, which she actually booked him for a couple of shows. In this situation, I would go through my business partner, which she booked him a few times.
Yeah.
Yo, can you get me in contact with Maddox? Because I'm trying to do the show. I want him to headline, or I want him to open up. That's how I would do it. I know it's almost, you feel like, obviously it's not impossible for you to get in contact with Dave East, but he's so far away physically and contact-wise that it would be like, damn, this is a super big risk I can't take at the moment.
Right. Yeah, no, see, like, for me, and then I'm the type of person that's like, live like this. You gotta see it through, because I don't want to look back and say, what if? I hate that word, what if? I hate all that what if shit. Sounds like money comes and goes, I'll probably get it back.
I like that.
So I was like, bounce back. But now I work through like media distribution lists, stuff like that, and then make sure, like, if I work with someone after that, like you said, you go to like manager, stuff like that. That's all I do now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I only talk to people I know, stuff like that, and then we work that way.
Right.
Hit your manager, hit this guy up. Can we swing something this way? So I was like, yeah. That's why I try to ask my questions from experience, because I feel like the best way to learn for people like us, put it this way, you said that you have people wanting you to fail, right? You got that, but a lot of people will go listen to an interview with Jay-Z. Like, yo, Jay-Z, what advice you give to a recording artist right now, coming up? you never man to do your work, hustle. He'll just give you basic ass advice.
Yeah.
But if I ask you, someone who's actually doing it, people can connect with you more because you're like more like closer to them.
Yeah.
Not like physically. I'm saying in the sense
mean.
like you're going through the same thing.
Yeah.
You either live at home, you either just moved out, you're trying to build your own studio, connect your own shit. Like people listen to that. No one saw Jay-Z's process. And at this point, they all say the same shit. But if people that are listening to you, your fans, people that probably look up to you at this point, bro, you got 1,400 followers. I guarantee you a couple of them are trying to make music or trying to follow your craft. They watch this and see what you like behind closed doors. Like, damn, like I feel the same way. But he can do it, I can do it.
Yep.
You know, it's easy to look at someone who's made it and be like, oh, if they can do it, I can. No, bro, because you don't know who helped them behind closed doors. You show yourself to your fans, you're organic, people can see, all right, fuck. It's hard, but I'll get it done.
You know, that's just that goes back to what you were saying right before, like in the middle of that conversation, the middle of that statement you just made. You're a risk taker. You know what I'm saying? You take those risks. That's what I like right there. You like, money coming, that's how I feel too. Money coming, they go. I'm gonna get the shit right back.
Right back.
So I understand it now. 100% respect that because I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a risk taker. Not only are you a boss, you're a risk taker, entrepreneur, all of the above. Gangster.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because like people don't see that. I want people to like show that more because you know, I'm not gonna talk for me, I'm not gonna try and talk for you, but I'm saying in general, like there's definitely like there's more to it behind the scenes than people think, you know? Like I posted a picture with Logan Paul, but like no one knew I drew 16 hours in one day just to make that picture happen. You know what I'm saying? Like woke up at 4 a.m, drove to Ohio, got there, did my thing, but then drove right back home. Because I had to be at work the next morning at 11 o'clock in the morning.
That's real hustle.
I couldn't even buy a hotel and stuff like that. I had to do my thing. So I was like, people don't see that. And I was like, that's why I want people to be able to. You are relatable, you know what I'm saying? And now you're doing shows, and you're showing growth, you're showing traction, you're showing the people that beef with you back in the day, people that are doubting you, like now you're coming up. I feel like at this point, people aren't waiting for you to fail. Some people will be, but I feel like a lot of people are scared that you becoming what they don't want you to become. Like, for example, let's say you had a bro come from the same spot, but you're doing better than he is, and you're doing it your own way. People get scared when they see someone doing something better than them in the same spot they came from.
They get that stomach. They get that stomach feeling like, damn, he becoming the exact fucking boss I thought he was gonna be. I knew he was gonna be a fucking boss. That's what I was thinking. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's what they really thinking. But at the end of the day, I feel like we all bosses. You know what I'm saying? And some people be like, not everybody's meant to be a boss, but I think everybody's meant to be a boss at a certain point in their life. Once they hit that certain point, they ready to be a fucking boss. You know what I'm saying? Some people are bosses at age 15. Some people bosses at 30 and 40 and 50. But I feel like everybody's meant to be a boss. Now, I was talking to somebody a couple days ago, and I was telling them exactly what I was telling you, and they like, everybody's not meant to be a boss. And I'm like, I agree with you to a certain extent because everybody's not meant to be a boss at the exact same time.
Right.
Because if we was all bosses, we'd have no business, no workers, the workforce. But if I'm 24 now, I can have a 16-year-old and 20. I can even have 30-year-olds working for me at this age that I am now. But if all of those, the 16-year-old and the 30-year-old was bosses, who would I have to work and control the company? You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I feel like, and that's the mindset. That's the mindset game that we were talking about earlier. Is like people get born into these mindsets, or like they get told certain things. Like you can't do that. That's why I want to know like where your mental is at sometimes. Like how does it feel and stuff like that behind closed doors. Because once you close the doors and you're by yourself, and if you truly believe what some people tell you, that version of you will never come out. You'll never bring that out of yourself.
Absolutely.
And you might shoot yourself in the foot. That's why you gotta take those risks. That's why you gotta jump out. So when you sit here saying you put money out for these shows and things, I'm like, damn, I can feel that. I relate to that. So me right now, I can relate to you because you're doing the same shit.
So it's bullshit.
Bullshit. People watching are trying to get to that point, you know? And if out of the 1,400 followers you have, what's like really something that you hope they get from you and your new followers come?
I'm gonna be honest, man. My whole goal is to my whole goal is to show everybody, you know what I'm saying, like, it's cool to be yourself. It's cool to, you know what I'm saying, look up to other people and take from them and, damn, I like that from him, I like that from her. Let me embed this and put this into my DNA, into my mindset, and create yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not create yourself, but add to yourself.
Right. It's like cooking. You take a little seasoning, take oregano, parsley, throw it in, olive oil, start cooking, and you come out with your finished product.
Exactly.
I don't think a lot of people visualize that. And what I think is honestly dope, I have a lot of respect for you on, is the fact that, you know, one, you came on and you made it in front of a camera, regardless how many people watch this, that like how you felt, like you kind of wore yourself on your sleeve. Mm-hmm. So that's a respect to you. Two, that even when you felt like, or even when some of your stuff like didn't get as much love as that track that got the 10,000 views and stuff, because not everything's gonna get the same love. No. Not everything's gonna get more love. There would be less love. It's like a stock, up and down.
For sure.
And you didn't stop.
Not at all.
Because it's hard sometimes. Like everyone looks at the high numbers. Mm-hmm. Then they pin that. Then when they don't see that, those haters like, he's failing. They look at that stuff like, no, you keep going, you keep pursuing. You took that time off for corporate, came back, boom, now you're performance. That's props to you. What's another thing you want to let the people know about you, or future things, or last thing you want to tell the people before we sign out?
I want to tell them, I got a little confession for niggas. They cannot fuck with me. Another little confession for niggas. That blicky stuck with me. It ain't really hard for me to pop. I say it humbly. Your bitch a freak show. She wanna go. I make her come with me. Prince Yasin. No bullshit. Just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? North Jersey, Philly, Jersey. We here. You know what I'm saying? It's time to take off.
Time to take off.
I appreciate you, bro. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, bro.
My pleasure, bro.
I appreciate, like I already told you in private, I'm going to tell you in public. I appreciate your platform. I appreciate what you're doing. You're going to go crazy. I believe in you. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told you I want to just keep locked in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them guys I just, like I told you, I like the proof of concept. I like to prove what I'm into.
Right.
You know, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just prove it, you know what I'm saying? Just proof of concept. That's it.
I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. That means a lot, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's different with me.
Yes.
Thank you. And y'all tune in with Prime Point Media, where people recognize one man entertainment. Be sure to follow Prince Yasin on all his social media platforms, and we're going to see him at the top in the next video.
Peace.